Yo, good luck out there.
For breakfast. Look how I make them scramble. Just like the pots in the pans. You know I came with a handle. I know you wish you could stop me. Nobody's blowing that candle. Watch how I rock on the sleep. You better bring your pajamas. Look how they slipping and falling. I got them going bananas. I got an ankle bully graveyard. Give me your ankle for burial. This is an ankle.
Hello, fans. Welcome to this presentation of the NBA Sunday Night Action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. We'll be catching up in a bit from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. The Thunder enjoying this break from the road and going against Phoenix, their first meeting of the season. And last year, they were able to take the edge in the series thanks to some clutch play.
And as you would expect, they came out on top in last season's series against this club, but no reason to expect anything different this time around.
You take nothing for granted. These teams are very familiar with one another.
And let's...
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is a fearsome competitor, but he says you never know how long you'll be able to run like this or jump like this, so I go for it every time. I may look angry, but it's the only way I know. Yes, you look angry. Kevin?
Yeah, he's special, D.A., absolutely. Thanks. Doors for a couple teams that had high hopes coming out of the gate. Frustration starting to build, and you can even sense it with the fans. They're getting a little bit nervous here.
And this is the critical stage where when you've gotten out of the gate slowly, it's your leadership that has to step up. They've got to have a strong voice.
Look for Oklahoma City. Noel's checked in for Jeremy Grant, and Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Roberson. The Thunder have hit all four of their chances so far in this one.
One of the worst in the league a season ago, just 72%.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Booker and Warren on the perimeter. Ayton is out there with Holmes, and it's Smith in at the point guard position.
Boy, there's just a brute strength and physicality about Steven Adams. This guy knows his role and plays it to perfection.
Schroeder passes to Westbrook. Fires from deep. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
The defense lost him there, and he should have made him pay.
Ayton dishes to Smith. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Outside Warren. He kicks it to Smith. Holmes, that's a screen. Ayton in the corner. 5 on the clock. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Ayton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Knocked loose, and that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession. A different look for Oklahoma City. Patterson comes in for Adams. That's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. And the Suns also making a change. Chandler's checked in. Smith against Schroeder. The shot by George, wide open. Drills it from outside. George has got 11.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Holmes, that's a screen. Over in the corner, Chandler, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel.
And let's see some of the numbers here for Paul George. Coming off a terrific season, he averaged 22 points a game, just over 2 steals and 5 rebounds. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Well, and this is exactly who he is, a flat-out scoring machine. Plug him in and let him go to work.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Suns front office have said it's time to raise the bar. Doris, the rebuild can go on only so long. They don't want a losing mentality to set in.
Well, we've heard this before, Kevin, right? The open letter to fans in 2016 promising to turn it around. But in the end, it's not about words. It's about wins.
Schroeder kicks to Patterson. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
You know, Kev, I remember when Patrick Patterson was coming out of high school. Major recruiting battle. Every school seemed to want this guy. Duke, Florida, you name it. But the Kentucky Wildcats win again.
Smith drives in. Chandler, the pass to Smith. Kicks it out to Ariza. And here is Holmes. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Smith against Schroeder. Here's Daniels. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Felton dishes to George. Doesn't go that time. The Suns go the other way with it. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
And, you know, this can happen on the road. You're out defending guys who have just gotten into a comfort zone playing at home.
No passion on the defensive end. Didn't look completely engaged. Really need to lock in and be focused on these road games.
And Holmes throws it down.
And a big-time run there. They are peaking at the right time here to take the lead.
Oklahoma City comes into this one after the win against the Boston Celtics. Here's Schroeder. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Here's Smith. He has 5. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Chandler outside. Ariza outside. The pass to Smith. Shoots over Schroeder. Smith no good. An even 3-on-3 break. Felton kicks it over to Schroeder. A floater. He lays it in.
Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Thunder lead by 3. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. The leadership of Russell Westbrook is so important to the team, and Steven Adams talked about what it means to him.
He's doing just an unbelievable job at just controlling the guys, controlling the game.
You know, so much of leadership is that emotional component, motivating guys to give their all.
And Russ certainly leads by example with his competitive zeal, but he understands also he's got to bring his teammates with him.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
I think their play calling has been exceptional. They've played with purpose, and they've played with aggressiveness.
And a chance here presented by... The Thunder leading by 9. George passes to Westbrook. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark. Well, you think back to a time when people wondered if Westbrook was too aggressive playing with KD. They said Russ was taking too many shots. No questions anymore. Westbrook is the man in OKC.
Boy, if he decides to penetrate into the teeth of the defense, you know something exciting could happen.
Westbrook against Smith. Warren on the wing. Back to Smith. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Clock at 4. Jackson setting the pick here for Warren. Smith, no luck. And for Westbrook, winning the MVP and averaging a triple-double for an entire season. Greg, how much does he have left to prove?
Well, it's all about winning. We know Russ can take over a game. We know he can make his teammates better. How much better and how far they get in the playoffs, that's the real question.
Over in the corner, Warren. Holmes, that's a screen. Smith against Grant. A 3 from Warren. They get it back. Here's Holmes. Plays it up and banks it in. Holmes got it back down to single digits for the Suns.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on him.
Boy, I'll tell you, Greg, that's just inexcusable. All they had to do was box him out. You learn a lesson the hard way in that instance.
Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got his second basket.
Well, I love watching Josh Jackson try to fend off the defense. Refuses to be bothered by the contact.
Westbrook with the bucket.
I think you could see early on that he was really with a rhythm and flow tonight, and now he's really starting to take off.
Smith the pass to Holmes. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Smith. Over in the corner, Warren. Holmes, that's a screen. Warren against George. From the wing. And he overshot that one, missing.
Boy, I'll tell you, he has plenty of space, but it looked like a little bit of a hitch in that release.
Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, that's about timing and precision and knowing for Paul George how to use that leaping ability to get that alley-oop.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We come back right after this. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. And the Thunder with some changes. Noel's checked in for Steven Adams. Patterson comes in for Jeremy Grant. And it's Felton in for Roberson. Ariza kicks to Smith. Back to Daniels. Pass to Chandler. Chandler a screen. Here's Daniels. And the rejection by Noel.
We know Noel is a superb shot blocker. It may be his best attribute, Kevin.
At small forward and power forward, it's George and Patterson. Felton is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Noel in at the 5. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Stolen by George. Westbrook drives in. Rebound by the Suns. Doris, look in your crystal ball. 5 years from now, who do you think will be the 2-3 best players in the NBA?
Well, certainly some of the names. I won't say this is a definitive list, but as long as health holds, I'm going to give you 3 men who are going to be bad men in the NBA for a long time. Giannis Antetokounmpo, because the Greek freak is able at his size to handle it, take it off the window, and dominate action in transition. If he gets a consistent jump shot, forget about it. Ben Simmons, exactly the same thing. His passing ability is extraordinary. I think you'll see him get a low post game, and I think he'll get a jump shot, and he will be unguardable. And one of my absolute favorites is Mr. Joel Embiid. Give it to you inside, give it to you outside. Mr. Embiid can handle it. He can dominate with his defense. Those 3 men are going to be all-stars for a long, long time.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. That's in, and he's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Listen, he's been a key component of their offense tonight. Efficient and effective.
Down low, out to Smith. On the wing, Daniels. Patterson against Anderson. Westbrook with the block.
Oh, my goodness. Russell Westbrook twice on the pipe. Sends that shot back. My goodness. Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
Right side, Felton passes it to Westbrook. Hangs, and the layup is up and in. And now it's an 8-point Oklahoma City lead.
When Westbrook's game is cooking like this, the opponents, you can see it in their body language, just shaking their heads going, oh boy, we got a problem here.
Phoenix calls timeout. The sturdy Patrick Patterson, the 14th pick out of Kentucky back in 2010.
What you love about Patrick Patterson is he's turned himself into a three-point specialist over the course of his career. You know on a night-by-night basis what you're going to get on the defensive end. And that is a multi-positional defender who's going to give you great effort every single time out. There's something to be said about Patrick's ability to adjust and evolve his game as the NBA has evolved. When you think about the Oklahoma City Thunder, you have to start and end the conversation with the historic regular seasons put on by Russell Westbrook. But one thing you have to wonder, has he taken them as far as he can?
Here's George. Noel trying to break loose. And there's Paul George on the assist by Schroeder.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Deflects the pass. Holmes. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got 4 rebounds in this game. And if you're building a team around Westbrook on paper, Doris, how do you do it?
Well, he's a player, obviously, who needs the basketball in his hands. And if you look at a team like the Rockets, where James Harden is complemented by shooters and a rim runner, you wonder if that's the blueprint for somebody like Russell Westbrook.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks.
Well, the size and the frame of Steven Adams was flat out intimidating. A high percentage scorer around the blocks.
Booker left side. Ariza passes to Smith. Back to Ariza. From past the arc. The shot, no good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Thunder out in front. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working.
So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.
AI, Griff wants to grab an interview. You have a second?
Oh, yeah, sure thing.
Right this way.
What is up, Griff? How you doing, man?
AI, you really had a breakout game tonight. What would you say contributed most to your performance?
Well, you know, I've been working really hard in practice, and my teammates have been a really big help just, you know, getting my game up to speed. Got a long way to go, but, you know, it was nice to see some of that hard work pay off tonight.
Team player, of course. Probably would have preferred a different result, though.
Yeah, winning is always top priority, but my teammates know that, and it was great to be able to step up tonight. You know, I just wish that we could have come out with that W.
Spoken like a true veteran. Thanks again, AI.
Sure thing. We good?
Yeah, we're good. You can head in.
All right, thanks, Charlie.